everyone, and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with another team builder for the Pokemon Global League. This is week 2 of Season 5, and our opponent this week is going to be Max Rapture and the Tasmanian Toxicroaks. So, I believe he is actually from Tasmania, if I'm not mistaken. It would be a strange team name if you're not. I was trying to remember Australia or Tasmania, because Tasmania is not part of us. I should really look this up before I look like a moron. Tasmania. Oh, it is part of Australia. Well, I'm just a fool of a took. We're going to begin recording in 3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. And today we're back with some more team builder for Pokemon. And this is for the Pokemon Global League, week 2 of Season 5. And our opponent this week is going to be Max Rapture, who is coach of the Tasmanian Toxicroaks. So, what does that mean for us? That means we're going up against Genesect, Mega Blastoise, Magearna, Mamoswine, Entei, Jolteon, Tornadus T, Necrozma, Hydreigon, Tangrowth, and Hoopa, as you can see on our screen in front of us. Now, it's kind of a mix of some really fast threatening mons and some bulkier, also threatening mons. We've got Necrozma, who I've never faced against, but you can see it's got some high attack stats, and it's got some fairly decent defense and speed. Then we have, that was what I was going for bulkier, but it's not as bulky as I thought it was. I mean, it's still fairly bulky for what it is. We've got Tangrowth. Wait, this is Hoopa. Hoopa has a ton of special defense. Why didn't I know such a thing? But we'll have to deal with that as well. We had a Hoopa last year, so I don't know why I didn't remember. It has such a high special defense. But I was trying to look at Tangrowth, who does have 125 defense, even 100 attack, 110 special attack. That's scary stuff. We also have Mega Blastoise, who's really bulky. 120 defense, 115 in special defense, 135 special attack, especially with that Mega Launch booster. Whew. And then, of course, for fast, we've got Genesect, fast hard hitters. We got Genesect. Magearna isn't super fast, but it does have those bulk, and it can hit hard once again, kind of like Blastoise. Mamoswine, fast hits hard. Entei, kind of fast hits hard. Right? It's 100 speed. Jolteon, fast hits hard. Tornadus T, bulky, fast hits hard. I do like the nickname there, Songbird. It's a good name. What else we got? Hydreigon, fast hits hard. So it's a scary team this week. I'm not expecting to do amazing this week, but we're going to do what we can. We're going to put in that work, and hopefully we can pull out a win. He did win week 1 against the Boston Silk Scarf, so we know how hard that team is to battle against sometimes. And it was a narrow 2-0, so maybe that means we have a chance. But I will just I'll just remind you of our entire team. We're going to hop over here. We do have a new logo. I forgot about that. Super Gassy, who made our original logo, was goofing around, and he made this amazing logo. So I was like, hey, let me cop that quick. I'm going to use that. So that's our new logo. It's based off the Minnesota Wild logo. So if you guys want to see shirts of that, we did shirts for the other logo last year. They didn't do too great, so I'm not a super motivated to make another shirt, but I would like one. So if you guys would like one, maybe let me know in the comment section below and we can get something worked up here. But looking at my team once again, if you guys haven't seen the draft video or the rest of our battles, we have Latias, Mega Scizor, Milotic, Breloom, Arcanine, Clefable, Mudsdale, Zapdos, Ash Greninja, Alolan Muck, Mega Sableye, and Porygon 2. So we're going to hop over to the team on the team builder right here. And hopefully that was a smooth enough transition for you. I'm trying to get him going pretty quick here instead of having to pause in between each transition. But as you can see, this is the team right here. So one of the major threats from his team, which I think there won't be much of wrong team. There won't be much of a screen transition because I do want to hop back to like his team to show off stuff. So it'll probably just be one layout, but. One of the biggest problems on this team is Mamoswine. So Mamoswine's one of those Pokemon that just has such good offensive coverage in ice and ground, and then it also gets rock-type moves very prominently. So it's really hard to team build against because you want a flying type to be immune to the ground-type moves, but then it has rock and ice-type moves. And then ice-type, things that are resistant to ice types are typically going to be weak to ground. Now, one thing I could have done is brought Milotic this week, and I almost did, but then I didn't. So that's how that happened. It probably would be a good idea, and maybe I do bring in Milotic, but I think the team I have now isn't too terrible. I don't know. Maybe I'll relook at it. Because if I did put Melodic on the team, we'd be getting rid of Porygon 2. So essentially, Porygon 2 is currently my Mamoswine counter. Eviolite Trace, so that way we can trace the Thick Fat from Mamoswine. Or we can trace the freaking Levitate from Hydreigon. So that way we can at least either are immune to one of Mamoswine's stabs or we resist. So that will be nice if that works out. We have Tri-Attack just for stab. We have Recover to recover up. We have Thunderbolt to hit Blastoise. That's why I wanted to bring Porygon 2 over Melodic, because I needed a way to hit Blastoise. Originally this was Zapdos, but I'm like, oh wait, Icicle Crash from Mamoswine. And then I switched it to... It was going to be Melodic, but I couldn't hit Blastoise super effective, and I also was going to bring Breloom, but that's still a weakness to Icicle Crash, and that just makes us resist Earthquake instead of being immune to it. So I figured Porygon 2 is going to be our best option. We can have Thunderbolt to kind of hit Blastoise. It's not going to hit him very well, so we do have a little bit of coverage on one of our other mons for it, but Blastoise would probably be our biggest problem this week, because I just, like, if we could bring 7 Pokemon, we'd be looking nice, but unfortunately, not so much. And then Ice Beam for the Hydreigon, and there's one other Pokemon that I wanted Ice Beam for, I think. Tornadus T, but we can also hit that with Thunderbolt. Tangrowth. Tangrowth was that. So I almost put Hidden Power Fire on here instead of Tri-Attack to hit the Genesect, but you'll see we're kind of running into that Fortress situation like last week where I'm over-preparing for it, and then it didn't even show up. So that's what we have here so far. So with this EV, we can go over to the damage calculator. Porygon 2, we have our Bubble Buddy, which is not his name. That is not his name. Bubble Buddy, that is not your name. I forgot what my P2's name was. It's Ernie, like Rubber Ducky, you know? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. So I already have Life Orb Mamoswine up here, and actually, I've been calcing for not the max, so that could mess up some of our EVs here. But, as you can see, Tri-Attack is doing almost 50%, but that's not the big thing. Earthquake, you can see, is doing under 50, and Icicle Crash is under 50. So originally, before it was 252, it was a guaranteed hit 3 at KO. And now it's only a 3.1% chance to KO, which... Oh, wait, that's for us. That's for Tri-Attack. Never mind. What if I go Earthquake? It's a guaranteed 3 at KO still, so that's perfect. So we can take 2 Earthquakes and then recover up, get back in a good positioning. And by that time, Tri-Attack probably takes them out. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Also, if we go with the ability... Of course, if we have Levitate, we're immune to Earthquake, but if we have Thick Fat from the Mamoswine, because we have Trace, you can see Icicle Crash is doing not even, it's doing 0.4% more than 20% at its fullest. So that's why we're going Trace on Porygon 2 instead of like Download or Analytic. Plus, we can get Download from his Genesect if we really want Download. But I don't know that, and it's also one of those things you have to rely that they have a higher special defense than their normal defense when you bring it in, and it's just not something I want to necessarily deal with. So with Genesect, speaking of Genesect, when we were originally team building, I was thinking, we have to make sure that all of our Pokemon have a higher defense so that Genesect is getting an attack boost, but Genesect's a mixed attacker, so we couldn't really team build for the Download because we don't know what kind of Genesect he's bringing. But I tried to, as much as I could, if it mattered for like certain attacks, Genesect gets special but not physical. So we'll look into that. So that's that's Mamoswine against Porygon 2. Let's look at a few other things, like Choice Specs Hydreigon. I wish everything was level 50 on this. There is a Nugget Bridge battle damage calculator, but it doesn't allow a few certain things. Like it doesn't allow Ash Greninja for some reason, or it doesn't have the data for it. It also doesn't have a lot of the megas. Obviously, in this league, we don't have to worry about that. But in like the Delta Battle League, there's a lot of megas that aren't on there, and that's kind of annoying. If you guys know of a really good damage calculator, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm really looking for one that kind of has everything in it. But we can see here, Choice Specs Draco Meteor does about 55% at the most, and then he's going to be getting a drop, so we can be living after that. Our Ice Beam is only doing about 30-35%. But, that's Tri-Attack. Ice Beam's doing almost 50%. Never mind. But again, Porygon 2 isn't here to dish out damage. It's just here to take hits like a mofo. Other things we should calc up against. Magearna. Magearna is another one of those big ones where it's just going to come in and essentially I'm going to have to sack something for the most part. But if we go OU Choice Specs Magearna, again, Floor Cannon, it does a little bit more than Draco Meteor does because Magearna has a higher special attack stat, but that's also going to be a drop. And we can actually also trace Soul Heart. Not that it's really going to be of use because we're not going to be able to knock out Magearna, but maybe if we're able to switch it out and then knock something else out with Porygon 2, we get some boosts, boy. I don't expect that to happen, but it could. And then Aura Sphere, we can see, is doing less than Floor Cannon, and it's doing around 50%, so we do have a high chance to be living for a little bit if he brings Aura Sphere. I assume he does. I think he brought Aura Sphere with the Z move last time. So if we look at the Z move, that all-out pummeling has a chance to knock us out. So it's going to be a little bit scary. We got to figure out where the Z move is and get him to waste it. But that's going to be the hardest part probably of this match, is figuring out where the Z move is. And then I think that's it. We have to look at with Porygon 2. Maybe Tangrowth, just to see damage outputs from Tangrowth. If we have an Assault Vest Tangrowth, again, he could be running just something off the wall crazy. It's a guaranteed 4 KO on Assault Vest, plus max defense. But if he doesn't go max special defense, Brave, I don't care. You can see Ice Beam's doing that much with an Assault Vest. With an Adamant Orb, I guess it does over 50. So if he's not Assault Vest Tangrowth, we'll be looking nice there. We also have to look at his team is very specially orientated. Genesect obviously is mixed. Mega Blastoise is special. I mean, you can run physical if you want to. Magearna's special. Mamoswine is physical. It sometimes runs Freeze Dry. That was another reason I didn't want to bring the Melodic, just in case he ran Freeze Dry. Because he was asking me about my Melodic, because I have Melodic in another league. I actually had Melodic in all 3 leagues, and I dropped it in one of them. So he's in that league too. So he thought I dropped Melodic here, but I don't. Or I didn't. So I still have it. Entei is physical. You can run special, but typically physical. I'm just looking. Yeah, it's 90 special attack. You can still run it, but Jolteon's going to be special. Tornadus T can be mixed. Necrozma, it looks like it can be physical and special. I haven't battled a Necrozma ever, other than catching it in my game, so that's going to be interesting. Hydreigon's going to be, for the most time, special. It does have 105 physical attack, so you can run physical if you want. Tangrowth could be both. Hoopa could be both, but typically special. So kind of a mixed team mostly. So that's what makes it a little scarier, because he can run both ways on a lot of Pokemon. So I kind of had to do all-around bulk. But I was speaking about Z-moves, our Z-move-mon, once again, is going to be the Ash Greninja. I just think there's better items that I can use for all the other Pokemon so far. I mean, eventually we'll get it onto another Pokemon. I just think Greninja was able to use it the best this battle. I could have went Life Orb, which probably be better, and I might actually end up doing, especially after we look at some of the damage calcs, and I'll see what I feel about the ICMZ for the Ice Beam. But as of right now, that's what we have. So Water Shuriken, Hidden Power, Fire, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam. If we bring up Greninja here, Ash Greninja, Ash Krimet, if you will. Make sure this is the right set. Yep. So against Tangrowth, I guess we have a chance to 1-hit KO. But if we go back to that original set where it's Assault Vest, Max Special Defense, Sassy. Oh, I'm so sassy today. We see Ice Beam doesn't even do 50%, but if we get that Z move, it still doesn't knock out. So perfect. So we do have to figure out what that Tangrowth is carrying before we go toe to toe with it with some of our Pokemon. But one of the main things, Greninja versus Genesect. My mind just like shut off. It's like Pokemon names, not today. So if we go to level 50, this is a Choice Scarf. Genesect. Explosion's going to want to KO, so we're not going to worry about explosion stuff. Extreme Speed does not want to KO us with the Choice Scarf, and he's almost max attack here. So we're going to go max attack, max special attack, because again, we don't know what he's running, and we're just going to go naive, because that's what we're going to do. U-turn does knock us out, but if he's Choice Scarfed, he'll get us, but if he's not, we can get him with Hidden Power Fire. So again, another thing we have to figure out with Genesect, and we have other ways to figure out, or to help this Genesect slow down for Greninja. But naturally, Ash Greninja is going to outspeed, and I did go max speed Timid, because normal Greninja is just 1 speed higher than Tornadus T, and I want to be able to outspeed that. So in case we are just normal Greninja up against a Tornadus, we'll be able to outspeed, and hopefully get a big hit off on him. So we got that. Again, Hidden Power Fire is going to one-hit KO the Genesect there. We do live in Extreme Speed, which is the main concern, because if he's not Choice Scarfed, that's what he's going to go for and try and kill us. And then Iron Head does that much. U-Turn's going to KO us, obviously. Other things we were worried about. Mamoswine, of course. The boy Mamoswine. Again, if Choice Scarf Mamoswine is a thing, he can one-hit KO us with Earthquake, which is not good. Freeze Dry does a ton as well. But our Water Shuriken also knocks him out, and that's a 3-hit Water Shuriken. I think it only hits twice when I'm Ash Greninja, though. That is something we do have to look into. But if we hit him 3 times, we knock him out. 2 times, not so much. And then Dark Pulse does about as much as or it does a little bit less, I guess, than Water Shuriken. So that's the thing. I'm going to put this back to 3, and this is something we do have to figure out. Because I've heard rumor that he only hits twice when he's Ash Greninja, but if the damage calculator is saying we can hit 3 times, then maybe he can. But that does mean we have to rely on hitting 3 times. What if I go Life Orb? Because this is the debate I'm currently having within my body. Within my own body. So we have a chance to knock out with Water Shuriken there. So, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of an incentive. I don't know. And if we have Stealth Rocks up, because we do have Stealth Rocks on this team, that's going to be a big part of this team. We can do that. Speaking of Stealth Rocks, I just wanted to look quick. Mega Blastoise is his Rapid Spinner. I think Tornadus gets Defog. It might not, though. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does, because Defog was a Gen 4 move, and Tornadus obviously was Gen 5. So, I think that's the only way he has to get rid of rocks is going to be Mega Blastoise. So if we can oppress that Mega Blastoise enough, maybe we don't have to worry about it. But now we go into Tornadus, the big one, the big boy, Tornadus Therian. We're going to go Life Orb. If he's Assault Vest, we're just boned. Ooh. Well, this is this Greninja. So Ash Greninja with Life Orb, Ice Beam does KO Tornadus, and we do outspeed. But what if we are normal Greninja, which has 103 speed, it has 122, yeah, because it's 1 speed faster, speed. We can see Ice Beam has a chance to KO there, but if we go ICMZ, and we go Z-Move, Sub-Zero Slammer does 1-hit KO, and that's why I'm kind of leaning towards ICMZ. We might change it, we'll see. Especially if we're looking at a few more things, like Hydreigon. Hydreigon's, that's not what I wanted. Hydreigon is a good one to look at. Choice Specs, obviously, is going to body our poor Greninja with Draco Meteor. We do live Dark Pulse nicely, Flash Cannon, Fire Blast, you know. The works. Sub-Zero Slammer is going to 1-hit KO him, but what about this? Life Orb Ice Beam does not, and that's kind of why and that's normal Greninja. What about Ash Greninja? Ashy Greninja has a chance. So we might switch over to Life Orb, but I kind of want to show off the Sub-Zero Slammer, but you know, it's a whole ordeal. I think we'll switch to Life Orb. So let's do that right now, so I don't mess up later in the future. Let's switch to Life Orb because it does give us a lot more chances to 1-hit KO Pokemon, and gives us a lot more chances to 1-hit KO a lot more Pokemon. And then if we don't end up wasting our Z-Move and feeling bad about our life. So there's that. So there's our new Greninja. It now has Life Orb instead of Ice Beam. No Z-Move this week. And that's fine. As far as I'm aware. We'll find out. The only other Pokemon I'd maybe think about putting the Z-Move on is Mudsdale. But then we get rid of an attack. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we go. So that's Ash Greninja. I don't think we have to really look at anything else. I guess Jolteon would be nice to know. Jolteon. Jolteon. So this is Life Orb Jolteon. Thunderbolt obviously kills us. Water Shuriken does not kill him. Nearly even close. What if we hit him 3 times? Yep. So we can do about 50% with the Water Shuriken. Dark Pulse is going to be doing the most. So we do out... 132 speed. So we do outspeed non-choice Scarf Jolteon. So if that's the case, then we'll Dark Pulse him. But outside of that, I think that's the only Pokemon we really have to... Oh, Necrozma. That's going to be the big one that Greninja's going to have to go up against. So if he brings Necrozma, I'm going to assume it's a Stealth Rock set. And that's... So I'm going to go up against it. And if he's carrying this moveset, we're looking clean. But this is a draft league, so he most likely won't be carrying that exact set. He's going to carry something to hit Greninja with. But Dark Pulse with the Life Orb almost knocks him out. So that's why we're going to lead Greninja and scare him real good. Scare him real good. And that's a max defense, obviously, Necrozma. Other things we can worry about. Magearna, I guess we can look at Magearna because we do have Hidden Power Ice. And if we go choice specs again, we'll have to figure out what he's running. Flora Cannon blows us back, and so is Aura Sphere, and so is Volt Switch. But Hidden Power Fire does a little over 50%, so if he's not Choice Scarf, we can, and if he's getting low, we can stay in and Hidden Power Fire if we're Ash Greninja. Hoopa. Hoopa is another good one because we're 4 times super effective to Hoopa. Hoopa. Ole Hoopa ring. Dark Pulse. Oh boy, that body's a poor Hoopa. What if he's maxed out? What if he's maxed out? Oh, we're still killing. If we're Ash Greninja. If we're normal Greninja, we're still killing. So get Greninja on Hoopa at all costs if he brings Hoopa. Anything else? Anything else? Entei, I guess we can look at. Because again, a lot of this is depending on Water Shuriken's output. Almost KOs at 3 hits with Life Orb. So definitely we're switching over to Life Orb there. Outside of that, I think that's really all we have to... We've almost calced for everything except for Blastoise. And Blastoise, we're not going to want to go up against. So then we got Mega Skiz again this week. Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Knockoff, Swords Dance. So Knockoff we can use to get rid of Choice Scarf on if it's on Genesect, Mamoswine, or Jolteon. Bug Bite's going to be against Necrozma, obviously. But Knockoff, we can also search for... we can knock off Choice Specs if it's on one of those Pokemon that were doing a lot of damage. We can search for Z-Ring, or Z-Crystals. If we obviously knock off and nothing happens, there's a Z-Crystal there, and we have to worry about it. And then Bullet Punch, we can use on Mamoswine. I believe Bullet Punch almost picks up Mamoswine. It doesn't get it. But with... Stealth Rocks, we would. We'll go 50 there. We'll go 52 there. So, as you can see, Earthquake does around 50%. Bullet Punch is going to be able to bring him almost down to knockout, but if Stealth Rocks... Is Stealth Rocks on here? Yeah, Stealth Rocks are up, then we KO. 68.8% chance to OHKO after Stealth Rocks. So, there's still a chance we don't. But if we bring it in on... Let's see. What Pokemon is going to be real good to bring it in on? I don't know. If we're sitting in a position where we think we can set up Swords Dance, we can set up Swords Dance. We'll be looking real nice. If we go into Necrozma once again, this does not KO Bug Bite, but it does about 50%, which is really nice. Does Necrozma? I do have Cerebi up too, so I can look up a few things. But does Necrozma get a Fire type move? Otherwise, he's relying on Hidden Power Fire for Necrozma. If he, I think he gets Flamethrower though. No, it doesn't. It doesn't get any Fire type moves, so it is Hidden Power Fire that he's relying on. I am max. I am max HP with 4 in special defense, so I don't even know if we get. Let's go Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire at max special attack, modest with say Life Orb. Let's go with the worst case scenario here. Oh, that KOs us. But with that one, it doesn't. So. I guess there's that. But Bug Bite is real scary. And if he's not running that defense, we get up high, even higher with our Bug Bites. So, howdy dee, howdy do. And then, yeah, we're just going to be putting out damage with Mega Scissor. This could also be another one that we get rid of Melodic for if I really wanted to. But I'm really liking the team as it is. Watch us regret not bringing Melodic. But then we have Mush Mush. Mush Mush is going to be max defense. And this, again, was for Mamoswine. I just wanted to live 2 hits from freaking Mamoswine, which I don't even think we do, to be honest with you. Mush Mush. I probably should have went like max special defense to be able to take on Hydreigon better. And as you can see, even here, I mean, max special attack Necrozma, it's doing about 50%. And I went Moonlight here. I didn't want to try and gen for Soft Boil because I believe it's like a special Clefable. Wish I could have done, but I want to make sure that Clefable's getting the health. I would like to pass it, but I don't think it'll be. We will be able to do it as often. And we're also carrying Stealth Rock. This is our Stealth Rock setter. And then Thunder Wave. That's another way to slow down Choice Scarf Pokemon. He does obviously have the Jolteon that would be able to get around that, but I'm not super worried about the Jolteon either. And then this Moonblast, uninvested, KOs Hydreigon. Most Fairy-type moves, uninvested, are going to KO Hydreigon. So that's just how that works out. But the big thing, Mammo Scramble. Mamoswine, as you can tell, is my biggest fear currently, and you can tell the team is super unprepared for it. That's what makes me even scarederest. You can see Earthquake does over 50% for the most part, so we're not living two of them. So if we have to bring in Clefable on Mamoswine, we're getting up rocks as soon as we can. Moonblast does about the same back to him, which isn't terrible. So I don't know. I don't even know. It's only 50% chance to KO, 2-hit KO after leftovers, so there's that. But that's Clefable. That is Clefable. And then we have Arcanine. This is a different Arcanine. I thought about running bulky Arcanine and see if I can like tank out some hits from the Mamo after Intimidates and Will-O-Wisps and stuff. But I figured, so I looked at Arcanine. I said, Arcanine, you outspeed Mamoswine. That's really neat. So if we look at Mamoswine, it has 80 speed. And if we bring up my Arcanine, old Vulcan the Arcanine, you can see Adamant with 244 in speed. So Adamant doesn't increase speed. That's why I pointed it out. Just 244 in speed is able to outspeed Mamoswine by 1 point. And then we have Choice Scarf. So we can outspeed everything that's not Scarf too. And if Mamoswine's Scarfed, we still outspeed it. So it's real nice. Unfortunately, Close Combat only has a chance to knock out with this. Flare Blitz obviously will not because it's Thick Fat. If he's not Thick Fat for some dumb reason, we do knock out. But I'm assuming he's not Thick Fat. And we can figure that out with Porygon too. That's another good reason to have freaking... what's it called? Trace. We can figure out some abilities that we may not know. Genesect only has the one. Mega Blastoise only has the one. Magearna has the one. Mamoswine we can figure out if it's Thick Fat or Oblivious. I'm assuming it'll be Thick Fat though. Entei is probably going to be Pressure. If it's not, we'll know. It has to be Pressure. It's not released yet. Jolteon's going to be Volt Absorb. Tornadus T will be freaking... what's Tornadus T's ability? Regenerator. Necrozma, I think, only gets Pressure. Or no, it gets that Prism thing, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Darn it. That's why Scissors freaking attack doesn't do as much as it should. Hydreigon gets Levitate. We know that. Tangrowth has Regenerator. Most likely, it's not going to be the other ones. I don't even know Tangrowth's other abilities, but I assume it's going to be Regenerator. And Hoop only has the one. So really, it's only going to be useful for Mamoswine, but we already know Mamoswine's ability. So usually we're going to be taking abilities, not trying to figure out what they are. But back to Arcanine. So, Close Combat, close to KOing there. We have Extreme Speed. We are Choice Scarf Extreme Speed, which sounds weird, but then we can, if Genesect's not Choice Scarfed, we can outspeed his Extreme Speed. So there's that. Other things. Genesect obviously going to get blown away. Mega Blastoise. This is something I didn't calc yet, and I should have. Before this. I'm going to go to Showdown uses. So this is max defense. You can see Wild Charge doesn't even come close to doing 50%. So Mamoswine, Mega Blastoise are probably going to be our biggest problems with this team. And Scald is a chance to KO because we're not bulky. We're not bulky canine. But we have Wild Charge, we have Close Combat, we have Flare Blitz. Another thing I didn't calc. I'm assuming this just KOs him automatically. He can't KO us, and Flare Blitz has a high chance to KO. This is Stealth Rocks. So with Stealth Rocks, we're going to KO. Stealth Rocks, I'm relying a lot on, because like Close Combat on Mamo, Flare Blitz on this, we want to make sure we're getting those KOs, so we need to get those Stealth Rocks up. That's a big thing. And he's only got one way to get rid of it, and it's Mega Blastoise, and Mega Blastoise doesn't always carry Rapid Spin. In my team, I'm going to look at my team again. It doesn't look super Rocks heavy, because really my only setter is Clefable, as far as I remember. Yeah, Clefable's the only one that can set it, so he might not even think about bringing a Rapid Spin or anything, so that's something we have to rely on as well. We're relying on a lot of really crazy things, and we probably shouldn't. So we already went over Porygon 2. But we can go to Mudsdale. So Mudsdale would be the Z move if I deem it to be worth my time. And I could change this. Okay, so currently our Mudsdale is Earthquake, Rest, Close Combat, Rock Tomb, Chesto Berry, so it's Resto Chesto. I was going to do Rest Sleep Talk, but I figured it's not going to happen often enough to be worth our time. Plus, it could really mess us up, because then we have to rely on Mudsdale hitting moves when in a league format you really need to hit specific moves at specific times. Outside, like in a Wi-Fi battle, in a normal Wi-Fi battle, Rest Sleep Talk really works, or works better. It doesn't work always because you can get rest and you can get moves that don't work. But I think specifically in league format, Rest Sleep Talk doesn't work as well. Especially like if I knew I was going to be able to hit Earthquake on every Pokemon and then run like Bulk Up here, it'd be fine, but because we're running 2 attacking moves, I don't think it's going to work as well. So I put Rock Tomb here instead. Rock Tomb's really not going to help out the Mudsdale because it's so freaking slow at 35 speed. But Rock Slide's really only his better move. It does hit Tornadus a little bit harder, but not hard enough that I think it's worth time. So we can Rock Tomb, slow him down. It won't be slow enough for Mudsdale, but it'll be slower for whatever else comes in, which is going to be the big thing. So he's got a really weird EV spread. So 252 in HP, 116 in attack, plus he's adamant, which I believe Mudsdale, Mammal, 50. And this also changed too because yep, Icicle Crash KOs here. The original I didn't look to see it was only 240. So originally Icicle Crash would not have KO'd us. It would have gone to 99% at the highest with Life Orb. So if he's not Life Orb, we do live there. Oh, we live really well now. Close Combat has a chance to KO, and that's the closest I could get with keeping my defense and special defense stats to be able to live certain moves, to be able to KO him. So, like, if we went Fightium Z, we'd be able to knock him out. Rockium Z is not going to do it, obviously, because Mamoswine does resist, or he's neutral. He's neutral. I'm going to, for a second, keep Rock Slide in here, just so I can do some calcs with the Z move. Because if we have to, we'll get rid of Rest or something. I don't know how we're going to work it out. If I do decide to go Z move, muddy boy. But if we look at Magearna, Choice Specs. I don't know why I'm going with Choice Specs. I guess I'm just going for like that. Can we live things? Floor Cannon does have a chance to KO us, but he's going to be at -2, which allows us to come in. Earthquake doesn't KO. Oh, this Mudsdale is making me sadder every second I look at it. But, you know, we'll keep him. We'll keep him for now. And then Jolteon was the big reason for the special defense investment, because we can see HP Ice does less than 50%. Actually, if I go up a little bit, oh wait, I go down a little bit. That's what I want to do. Yeah, because the next one gives him over 50% possibly, so that he has a chance to 2-hit KO us, which I wanted to leave that chance out there so I can rest up on him. So I don't think it will go Z move this week, unfortunately. Because Earthquake KO is here. I guess the biggest thing for Z move would be on Tornadus. Therian. Go Life Orb. And this is why I put Rock Tomb in as well, because if we didn't have a Rock type move, we can't hit this darn thing other than Close Combat, and it does 30% that we get drops. So that ain't too great for us. But if we go Continental Crush, this one it KOs with Rock Slide. This one it KOs as well with just Rock Tomb. That does mean we give up our Chesto Berry, and then we shouldn't really run Rest. And I would like to be able to like heal myself, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know that we'll have too many chances to do that, is my big thing. I don't know. That might be something that changes before the battle. But as of right now, we're doing a Rest set with Chesto Berry. So that is our team, guys. I think we went a little long-winded today, so I'm going to end it off here. If you guys are excited for the battle, be sure to hit that like button down below, and also be checking out the description. If you're watching this video after Friday the 17th, then the battle's already up, so the link for the battle will be in the description below. Otherwise, again, the battle will be going up on the 17th. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already, so you can see all of the PGL content that will be coming at your face. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, everyone, and go Wild Charge.